What's going on? Welcome along to the Record Club, brought to you by Record Store Day, the official charts, and National Album Day, and proudly in association with Bowers and Wilkins. My name is Jess Iszatt. Thank you so much for joining us. We are very excited to say that our guest this evening is KSI to talk all about his brand new album, All Over the Place. If you're new to the Record Club, we're going to be spending the next half an hour talking to KSI all about the brilliant new record, and then we'll be asking him some of your questions. So if there is anything you would like to know about the new record, whether it be about a certain song, the artwork, or a particular lyric that you've enjoyed, drop us a question in the comments section below, and we'll be asking a selection of them in the second half of our chat. On top of that, one lucky person who sends in a question today will be randomly selected to win a pair of Bowers and Wilkins PX7 over-ear noise-cancelling headphones. Yes, pretty snazzy prize if you ask me. Currently wearing mine. I have the new record here in my hand, and if you haven't already picked up your own copy from your local record store, we thoroughly recommend you do that once our chat with KSI is over. So let's get straight into it with KSI. Big ups. How are we doing?
Yo, I'm good. It's busy, very busy, but it's good to be here.
Yeah, you mentioned that are you at the studio now? Like, what's the setting? Where are we at?
So yeah, I'm currently in the studio just working on music. So doing a few rehearsals for a few shows that might be happening will be happening this week. So yeah, we're just getting it all down since I haven't performed in so long.
I know. I was literally, we were chatting before. Obviously, we're talking about the second album, but I mean, the first album came out last year. I mean, Still pandemic. Does that mean that the set is going to be involving both like sets of songs, or are you literally doing this album?
I think it's going to be mainly this album. It'll be mainly all over the place because they are just better. Personally, anyway, I feel like there's just better songs on there. We have taken a few from Dissimulation and a few from New Age, but majority of the songs will be from all over the place.
Before we get stuck fully into it, we do actually start each week with the Record Club with a question from one of the most amazing independent record stores in the UK. And this week's question comes from Crash Records in Leeds, which I believe you did a signing with recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
300 plus people.
Oh my God, it sounds really cool. Obviously, so you got to meet them, and this is actually a really good question. So they were like, how different does it feel to be out on the road, meeting fans in person, celebrating the release of the album in relation to your streaming background, assuming that it would all tend to come digitally via socials?
Yeah, I was saying to my mates, I was like, this feels so good to, finally see, put a face to all the numbers that I see online and all the comments I see. Before it's just, text and just stuff on the computer, whereas now I'm able to physically see the people and, see how much, I'm helping them or changing their lives or, entertaining them, etc. And it was cool, like, to see so many people's faces. I think I saw over 1,000 people in total this week, just of how happy they are, just in awe of seeing me. And for me, I'm always just there, like, I'm a normal guy, so like I always find it funny, but it was really cool to see how like in awe they were and just how happy they were and excited. And I just greeted them all and asked them how their day was. I asked quite a lot of them what their favorite song was, and it's so interesting. Like, it's so random. Like, people love No Pressure. People love Moment. People love Holiday. Don't Play. Really love. There's so many. Like, there isn't just a one song that people like. It's just several different types of songs, or different songs. And I think that's exactly what I wanted, because I know I have an audience that is just worldwide and essentially all over the place. So. And that's just because of, like, the boxing, YouTube, music, etc. So, I felt it made sense to do different genres to try and please the different fan bases that I have in my entire fan base, and I think I smashed it out the park.
Did you get any presents from anyone?
Yeah, I got loads of presents. Yeah.
Like what? What did people give you?
So people gave me lots of paintings, like amazing paintings. So
Of you?
yeah. So normally they would post it on Reddit, and then I'll just be like, "Oh, this is amazing. Have some platinum." Also on Reddit, you can give people awards. So a lot of times I give people platinum awards, and then it costs about like 30 quid each. But it's just like a cool thing to do. And
I was wondering, like, imagine if you just did like an exhibition where you had all of these, but then would it end up being like just loads of paintings of you?
Oh no. I mean, some people like give me food as well. So a lot of sweets. Someone got me like minstrels. Someone got me mawam. Someone got me I forgot what the sweet's called, but yeah, loads of sweets. Yeah, just spoiling me.
Are they random? Are they thinking like, oh, he must get hungry here signing these records?
Well, I mean, I think they're just trying to be nice. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking is. But,
do you have any requests for next time?
I normally say just give me water. Well, because I know for me, because obviously I'm always training and all the sweets, it's great and all, but I'm there like, you want me to be fit. You're always calling me fat neek, all this and that. But if you keep giving me sweets, I'm gonna stay fat. So yeah, just give me water. But now
maybe they just like to feed into it, you know.
Yeah. But now I've said that, they're just gonna give me too much water.
Maybe you could get your own water bottle, and I don't know. Actually, I don't know what's like an environmentally good way of doing this.
I actually do have. I got given a water bottle from Love Island. You know the Love Island.
Yes.
Yeah, they got me one. So I was like, yes, they wrote my name on it. I was like, this is so sick.
I actually bought one of those, but I broke it, and I was so sad.
How'd you break it?
Sad. I don't know. It just literally it smashed, but maybe I'll just have to get another one. You know, maybe one of the new ones.
Yeah.
All right, big ups to everyone at Crash Records. Thank you for your question. So okay, we also briefly discussed this off air, but what will it mean to you to hit #1 this Friday?
Oh, it's gonna be insane. Like it was, last year I tried to get. Well, I say I tried. I put a stupid bet for some reason that if I got #1, I'd go bold. So like, there was a part of me that wanted to be #1, and there's also a part of me that didn't want to go #1. So I mean, it got to a point where I was promoting the 1975, their album, to try and beat me, but they were pretty much quite ahead near the end anyway. But yeah, now this year I was like, okay, I actually want to get it. No stupid bets. I just want to get a #1 album because I put a lot of time and effort, and I wanted to make sure that All Over the Place was just so much better than Dissimulation, and I feel like I've achieved that. And yeah, to get a #1 is amazing, because like, I know even with a #1 single, I've been trying to get that, and I've always been blocked by amazing artists from Olivia Rodrigo to well, it's actually just been her blocking me every time.
It's just Olivia Rodrigo every time.
Yeah, just Olivia Rodrigo.
Have you spoken to her?
I've never spoken to her, no.
Maybe you need to get a boxing match in with her, and then, you might win that one.
No, she'd beat me. Yeah, easily. But yeah, no, it'd mean the world. Yeah, it's huge. Like, I remember years ago, man, like, even when I released New Age, I was trying to get #1, and we were only able to get 17. And to see my progress, to be able to even get or to be in the contention for a #1 is just unreal. So yeah,
I can literally feel the competitiveness coming off you. Only reached number 17. Some artists just want to chart. Okay.
Oh, really? No, for me, I always strive for the best. Like, there's for me, being second best is just not the way to go about things. It's always just trying to be the best you can anyway. And for me, it's as long as I'm progressing, like from 17, with Dissimulation, I got 2. And then from Dissimulation, I might be able to get #1 with All Over the Place. So as long as I'm always progressing, then it's a dub. But yeah, I don't want to ever downgrade and do worse.
I heard you had a slight moment. I don't know how big this moment was, that you were thinking like, I might actually not put this album out.
Well, I think it was. Oh no, I've always wanted to put this album out, but it was a song, "Holiday," that I didn't want to put out. So that's like one of my best singles now, like ever. But I was there like, I don't know about this. Like I'm singing, like there's no rapping. My audience are quite used to me rapping, and I'm straight singing. And yeah, it's just me. I don't have a feature on it. It's gonna be a bit techy if I release this and it flops, because then everyone's gonna clown me and be like, haha, see, you do need features, haha, you see, you can't do a song singing, etc. blah blah blah. So to be able to have a song by myself, me singing, and people loving it and being able to hit #2 in the charts, unreal.
What was it like getting in the studio and singing like properly for the first time? Because obviously when you go from having a persona and I guess rap, and then you have to go in, you have to be serious about singing, especially, I mean, it's a love song, really. So how was that for you?
It was, so, I was with Jake Gosling when I was, writing it with him, and, I didn't really know, like, I didn't think, oh, I'm gonna have a singing song. It didn't really happen like that. I was just going in the studio. I was just like, whatever happens, happens. Normally, normally with my writing process, I have people send me a beat, and I'm in my room, I'm in my bedroom, and then I listen to the beat and I decide if I like it or not. And if I do, I write to it, and I write choruses and I write verses, and I send it to my music manager, and I go, oh, what do you think about this and this? And he says yes, no. He's got pretty good ear. So, for me to go into the studio with Jake Gosling from scratch, we're just creating this beat, and then we're writing it together. It was quite a weird experience, but it was quite nice. Like, he is so good. He's so good. Like, obviously he's done bits for Ed Sheeran, etc. So it was, for me, I was kind of like, okay, let's see how this goes. And we just started writing, and we were thinking, I know, actually we found the when we were working on the beat, and when we got the beat, it kind of just made me feel. I was thinking, how does this make me feel? And I was like, it kind of reminds me of a holiday. And from then we kind of just like, okay, let's base it around the holiday. But I was like, I don't want it to just be like, just going away and just being abroad, etc. I thought that was just too obvious. I kind of wanted to have a double meaning. So I was like, why not write about it? Why not write the song, have the song be about my girlfriend, and just be like, oh, whenever I'm with you, it's like a holiday, because it's like a break. I'm able to relax, chill, enjoy myself, etc. And yeah, from then we just wrote and wrote and wrote. We only did the chorus and the first verse. And DFA, or Digital Farm Animals, or Nick, helped me out with that as well, because I'm getting proper technical here, but
Yeah.
we did the chorus, and then we only did like the first bit of the verse, and then Nick helped me just with the last part of the verse, but he didn't actually like say words. He just gave me the flow. So I was like, cool, I'll just fit the words in. And then he did the same for the second verse, and I was like, cool, I know what to do for this as well. So he just, he was just doing like, yeah, and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, let me put the words in to make it work. And then from then on, we went a bit back and forth to make sure it was perfect. After, we went in studio again to make it perfect. And yeah, after like 2 studio sessions, we got it.
It's just so interesting. Like, I feel like, well, I've watched a lot of your interviews, and I mean, there's so much of you talking about this. I mean, you're mid promo at the moment, and everyone is just commenting on how you've gone from, like, I don't know, like drill, rap, and then you've got pop, and then you've got people like Youngblood, and you've got this like really wide array of things going on, and then I guess that's where the name of the album All Over the
All
Place
over the
has come
place,
from,
yeah.
right? What do you think it is that people get so wrapped up in? And this isn't just your music, but I feel like your life in general. So like, you know, with the boxing and with the YouTubing and then music, like I even saw an article which was like, you know, he's a boxer, he's a YouTuber, and he's a comedian, and then musician in inverted commas. I was
Okay.
like, what is it about people not being comfortable with you being able to have different skill sets and do different things?
I think maybe.
So I don't know if this is like an
No, no,
actual
no, no,
question
no.
for you, but you must have thought about
Hella
it.
deep question. No, no, no. I think, as humans, we are so focused on just on one thing, if that makes sense. So, if you think of someone like, let's say, Kanye, you are like, okay, early stages, you go, okay, he's a producer and that's it. He can't do anything else. He can only produce. And then you start doing the rapping thing, and a few people were like, what are you doing? Like, you're not that good at rapping, blah, 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 blah. But he made it work. Same with Drake. Drake, came rapping and then started singing, and people were like, why are you singing? Like, it's like a shot to the system. A lot of people don't understand it, and they can't, for some reason, I don't know why, people just struggle to have someone just do one thing. They just they struggle to have someone do more than one thing, I should say. Like, they're always just like, oh, you've got to only stick to one thing and just be the best at that. But I was like, why don't I just flip the script? So many other people have done it. People like Will Smith, he's acted, done music. Childish Gambino, or Danny Glover. Danny Glover, he's done it. Is it Danny Glover or Donald Glover? I think it's Donald. Sorry, I messed up. Donald Glover. He's acting, music. He's done stand up. He did YouTube videos as well. A lot of people don't know that. I remember I was watching him with two other guys making skits, funny skits, and I was just watching him, and I saw his progress. And I guess you could say he somewhat inspired me and made me go, you know what? I'm not gonna just be set in this box that, for some reason, society or people have tried to put me in. I'm going to just do whatever I want.
Is there anything else? I know you're obviously very busy at the moment with all your various bits, but is there anything else that you kind of want to check off the list that people don't really know about yet?
At the moment, no. I think with me, it's kind of just depends on what comes or what happens. It's just life. If
You're getting the number one first, is that what's happening?
yeah. So,
you want that trophy on the mantelpiece?
I need that official Tarts trophy, man. But like, I don't know. I just set little goals for myself. Like, for me, I said, okay, with music, I want to chart. That was like one of my first goals. And that, years ago I did it. I was like, okay, I want to get in the top 10. And it took me a while, but eventually I got it. I was like, all right, cool. I want to get in the top 5. Eventually got it. I was like, all right, cool. Top 3, top 2. And eventually I want to get a number 1 single. Same with the album. I was like, I want to get a top 20. Managed to get 17. So I was like, cool, let's try and get a top 10. Managed to get number 2 with Dissimulation. And then I was like, all right, cool, let's get a number 1 album. So for me, I always that's just how my life is. I just set little goals for myself, because if I just go, I want a number 1 album, that's just such a hard task. And it looks so far away. But if you have little goals, and then eventually you get to the main goal that you always wanted, you can then step back and go, oh, right, I did that. Like,
I feel like this is like generally life advice.
Oh, yeah.
People, everyone at home. Oh, yeah. And guys, if you want to get your questions answered, obviously comment in the comment section below. I'll be asking some of them very shortly. I can already see some coming in. But before we get to that, I just want to ask about the album artwork, and also the fact that you've got your vinyl now, because I don't think is this your first record?
This is my first vinyl, yeah.
How did it feel holding
Insane.
your first vinyl?
I think for me, though, I was more excited about the cassette tapes.
Oh,
that's more my era. Like,
mixtapes.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Like, I remember when I used to always put it in the car and just, or play, or I don't know, like it was like this massive block players, not even CD players, cassette players. It was like huge, and you'd
Like a
slip it.
boombox.
Yeah, but you slip it in and slam it, and you're able to just press play, and you're able to like play with the
Use a
cassette
pencil to.
rewind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. For me, it was just that was just super nostalgic. So for me, I was super gassed about those.
They're
And
coming back. They're coming back. I've got a couple on my shelf actually. I don't have a cassette player,
oh
but
yeah, okay, fair. But
I
I
have a
just think it's
couple.
just cool, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a cool thing to have.
That is wicked.
Yeah.
Do you have any other merch that's coming for the tour?
Oh, we have everything from like shirts to shorts to hoodies to hats to everything you could think of. We probably have it. I think we're selling boxing gloves as well.
Sick.
Boxing shorts. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so for our questions, Ben Suttil from the Record Club's Facebook page says, we have a big KSI fan in the Wax and Beans record store family. AJ14 would like to know who is your favorite collab on the new album and why.
My favorite collab. Oh. I don't really know. I think they were all great, to be honest. I enjoyed working with all of them. From Craig David, he was so nice. He
That's
was
awesome.
he's one of the nicest people, and every time he meets me, he just gives me chocolate, like for some reason. But yeah, he's bro, like he doesn't have a bad bone in him. And he was so easy to work with as well. Same with Anne Marie. She's so amazing, and she again, it was so easy to work with her. She just did a verse, did the chorus, smashed it out. Like I didn't even ask her to do a verse, and she did one. And literally just made one of the best songs this year.
Mm.
Yeah, Young Blood. He's a character. I remember when I was in the studio with him, and he was just running around, taking off his shirt,
Oh my God.
just going, absolutely mad.
I can imagine the energy from that room was
Yeah.
ridiculous with both you in there.
But it was cool, like because I came with him with an idea, and he he took the idea and was like, oh, you know what, let me improve on it, and then he started singing the Patience chorus, and I was like blown away by it. I was like, this is incredible. So yeah, it was cool to work, with all these artists. Even Bugs Malone, he was very easy to work with. He just came through, he sent me a voice note of the verse, and I was like, bro, this is one of the best verses I've ever heard.
I've seen a lot of people comment on that as well.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is amazing. And Lil Durk did this thing as well. Future, 21 Savage, they smashed it. Gracie, I was in the studio with her, and she was so lovely. She probably thought I was a proper weirdo because, like, I don't know. I guess I can be quite shy. So I was in the studio with Toddler T. I'm not sure who else was in there, but there was another black guy and Gracie, and it was just me, and I didn't know anyone. So I was kind of just like to myself, and because if I don't know anyone, I just get awkward, and I was just on my phone, and I didn't really. I said hi and everything, but I kind of just kept to myself, and I was just listening, and it was just an experience that I had never really had been in. So I was like, oh, okay, but eventually I opened up a bit more, and the juices started flowing, the musical juices, and yeah, before we knew it, we had a banger rent free, and yeah, Toddler T he's so talented. Same with Gracie, her voice is amazing, and yeah, she smashed it. And SX, the king, bro. He produces and sings.
You introduced me to SX really
Oh,
because I
really?
was like, who is, normally you listen to a song and you hear stuff and you're like, okay, this song is great. I
Yeah.
was like, who is this guy?
Ooh,
I want to
yeah.
know more about him, not
Yeah.
just the song.
He is he's got a mixtape coming out end of this month, and it's gonna be amazing because the sounds and the songs I've heard from him have just been unbelievable. And I always say he's gonna blow up. He's like the UK Weekend and he has such a huge career ahead of him.
So we've got a question from Pranav Red on Twitch. He says, "Hey JJ, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to know, when did the initial idea of AOTP arise, and what was the motivation behind it?"
So it was in January, February, where we were thinking of what to call the album. So it was first going to be called The Moment, because we were just like, oh, okay, we want this album to be like as if I'm taking the opportunity of just this, the situation I'm in, obviously with the whole pandemic going on and lockdown, etc. I'm there like, all right, this is my time to take opportunity and show everyone that I can do music. But then, I went through the album and, we still had a few songs to do. And I was like, this album just sounds so all over the place. I was just like, literally, I'm in different genres. I'm just, rapping, singing, just doing completely different things everywhere. And I was like, you know what? I think all over the place would just make more sense. That just make more sense with this album because it is all over the place. The thoughts in my head that's going on, what me personally with the YouTube boxing music, I'm all over the place. Even TV, like you just see me everywhere these days. And it's just, I just thought, you know what, this makes more sense. So that's why I want to call it All Over the Place. And
I feel like it was a really good move. Like it almost kind of swooped in there before people were like, you've got loads of different genres on here.
Yeah. So I'm just there like, okay, this this is what I wanted to do.
By the way, this was on purpose, guys.
Well, yeah, it was because I wanted to show everyone how versatile it was. Because even with the singles I was releasing, I was like, it's just constantly. Obviously, everyone was like weirded out, like, what is he doing? I don't understand. But I was just showing my versatility every time, and now everyone hears the album and gets it and goes, "Damn, he really is." Trying to do this music thing properly, and I knew I just had to improve on dissimulation, and I feel like I've done that.
So Dylan Griffiths actually asked, he's on the Record Club's page, saying, do you see any similarities from Dissimulation on the new album?
Oh, no. I feel like I've elevated to a different level. I'd say in Dissimulation, I was on 10%, and now I'm on 20%. Yeah, I feel like
20%.
Yeah, no, trust me. I feel like I haven't even scraped my potential at all. But I feel like for me, I've done very well, like to be in this situation and to really improve on my singing, improve on my wordplay, improve on my lyrics, improve on the production, everything. I've just improved, and I know I have so much more to give and so much more to do. So, yeah, I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited to do more music.
So someone called Chocolate Spice on Twitch says, I love that so much. Which was your favorite song to write?
What's my favorite song to write? No Pressure was a lot of fun. Funny thing is, with that song, the first verse was meant for Wes Nelson. He has a song called Nice to Meet You. So his team sent me the song to feature on it. And I was like, bro, this is amazing. This is so sick. So I was like, I have to write on this now. I have to write. And I remember I was in a hotel with my laptop and I was just playing it on repeat. And I was just writing the lyrics on my phone. And I was just literally walking around in my room, just writing. And I was like, this is so sick. I love this. And obviously, I'm not on Nice to Meet You. Young Bane is, but I mean, just label situation.
Next time.
Yeah. Just things didn't work out. So I was like, it'd be a waste to just get rid of this verse. So we used that verse in No Pressure. AO Beats, took the vocal of the song. I mean, the vocal of the verse, and then put it and made a beat around it. And from then on, I was like, this is amazing. Worked on the chorus, and then I did the second verse, and then boom, that was that. No Pressure. That was a lot of fun. That whole experience was quite fun and interesting.
I feel like there's a couple of tunes which I've had on repeat, so probably half the streams on you are me. I love that a lot. Wasn't that initially going to be the next single?
So the next single, what was the next single gonna be? Next
Instead,
single was gonna be You. It was gonna be You. Yeah. So I personally love You.
I
So
don't know. I think when I first listened to it, I kind of was like, yeah, I like this. But then I was like, okay, actually now I want to play it again. And then there's just something like really addictive, like almost hypnotizing about it.
yeah, so that's what I mean. Like I know a lot of people when they first heard it were like, I don't like this. I don't like it. It reminds me of Passion Fruit, Drake, It's Horrible Here. But then,
But that's why we love it.
well, I mean, I think the more people listen to it, the more it grows on people, and it goes, and people go, oh, you know what? It's just such a beautiful song, and I knew when I made it, like this was one of like just such a great song for me. It was just a great song, and I played it to my girlfriend, and she started crying. It was I was just like, yo, chill. But no, she said it was just beautiful, and it just meant so much. And yeah, so that was gonna be the single, and
Yeah.
then label situations, things happened, and also the songs leaked as well. So we were like, all right, we need to just.
That's so long. Why do people
Yeah.
do that stuff? Oh,
It is. I mean, I think it's kind of cool because it
I
means
guess the hype means that it's
well, I
enough.
mean, people
Yeah.
actually want to listen to my music. No one's gonna try and leak someone that they don't care about. So
Exactly.
I take it as a dub. So from then I was like, okay, let's release Holiday. It was a song for next year, but I mean, no one's heard it, and why not? Why not just put it on this album? Let's do it. Let's make this the single. See how it goes. And a few people were like, "This isn't a good idea." But me and my manager, we believed in ourselves, and the rest is history. Is now the best song.
I'm aware that we're over time and I'm getting messages to wrap, but I did just want to say on the record as well. I feel like you've got those tunes which are bops, but there's also tunes like Sleeping with the Enemy, which lots of people have said is their favorite. And I feel like on a first listen, I was like, this is like very different, almost kind of with the delivery and the piano at the beginning is a bit like a play. You're like, okay, I'm like envisioning this, but it's really vulnerable with the lyrics as well.
So I put it on the end on purpose because I want that. I feel like for me anyway, with where I want to go musically, is like the next stage. I want to, I guess, focus more on like my insecurities for my next album and focus on more, what I worry about. I feel like this album has a lot of like happy times, feeling good, blah blah blah. But then, and lovey-dovey stuff. But then there wasn't anything that was too personal. I mean, I did give a few personal things here and there, but nothing really like that. I guess could bring an audience even closer to me. It was quite, just a good vibe type of thing. So I was like, I want to put that at the end as a little teasers to what I might be doing in the future, just to really let people know, what's properly going on and how I'm experiencing this whole world that I'm living in. And, where I started as a kid who was just doing YouTube videos, playing games. And now I'm just this icon and this, this role model, etc. And just, there's a lot that comes with that. And there's a lot that, that's happening in my head. And I feel like the best way for me to let people know that is through music. And that's why I just felt it made sense to put at the end, just let people know like that's in the locker, and that's definitely something I want to explore.
Well, people have definitely clocked it, and I feel like we are literally seeing the progression before our eyes. And obviously, best of luck for Friday. All over the place. Number one, peeps, keep streaming. But that's all we have time for. Sorry, we have run over a little bit. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's all right.
KSI, huge love. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nah,
If you
thank
haven't already got yourself a copy, peeps, get one from your local record store. We're also excited to announce that the winner of this week's Bowers and Wilkins wireless headphones prize is, drumroll, Dylan Griffith on the Record Club's Facebook page. Please slide into the Record Club's DMs and we'll get those headphones to you. Thank you, JJ, for joining us. Our next guest will be announced on the Record Club's social media very soon, so make sure you're following us. Plus, all previous episodes are available to watch back on our YouTube channel. So we will see you very soon. JJ, KSI, thank you so much.
Thank you.